asking for a fifth consecutive term. We're hearing songs exclusively for Asauddin Owaisi being sung. Why do you think the people here adore you to that extent?
No, it is, first of all, I'm thankful to the Almighty, and then thankful to the party members also, who have been working for years and years together. And we have always been amongst the people. We tried our best to solve their problems, raise their voices. That makes us unique, because unlike other political parties, I have studied this very continuously at the cost of repetition. The other political parties prepare for elections. We are continuously in touch with the electorate of our constituencies. We meet them. We have a system wherein at our office all the MLAs, MPs, MLCs, corporators sit. People come, 6 days a week. They're available, accessible. So that really helps, because nowadays people believe that at the cost of, if you have the hegemony, if you're financially strong, you can fight the election. That has not been the case so far for us. We have to work hard.
Old Hyderabad region, there's a scope for a lot of development. A lot of critics also say that there's not much that's been done. Would you like to respond to them?
Well, I have, there are 82 Basti Dawakhanas in my parliament constituencies. Let other parliament constituencies also show how many Basti Dawakhanas they have. In this particular Bahadurpura Assembly constituency, where we are now doing a Padyatra, has 15 such Basti Dawakhanas, where antenatal, lab diagnosis, various ailments are being treated free of cost. For 10,000 people, one doctor is there. Then from Telangana Minority Residential Society, there are some more than nearly 12,000 boys and girls are studying free of cost in those schools in my constituency. The metro line work, one part which was supposed to be laid, was the foundation stone was laid by the CM. Road widening works have been taken up. So people have this wrong impression. They create this myth about MIM party giving emotional speeches, playing on rhetoric or religion. That is not the case.
Madhvi Lata, I just spoke to her. She says that there's, she says the AIMIM are descendants of the Razakars. She appeal to the people to send them out. I was part of her campaign and I heard it. What would you be?
Yeah, that is a development issue, isn't it?
A high-pitched, polarized campaign that's been put up.
Yeah, that is development for them. See, that is what I'm saying. What is there on the ground, you're not able to appreciate. The hospital which she runs was blacklisted during COVID time for fleecing poor people for 8-9 days. So this has not been talked about. Can she say what is the amount of money that was given by the BJP to the Hyderabad city or south of Hyderabad? We are there on the ground. During COVID time, our party members had gone inside containment zones, distributed food kits irrespective of religion or caste. So there is a list of works which we have done and we are continuing to do. I'm not denying what you are saying, that more has to be done. But to say that nothing has happened is completely nonsense.
BJP has categorically said they're going to end reservation for Muslims if they come to power. And Madhvi says that it's a religion-based
you see, this candidate comes from upper caste community. So she has this, grandiose visions of everything, which is not connected to the reality on the ground. The reality on the ground is you need positive discrimination so that people are uplifted, they are empowered. And this whole propaganda of BJP is based on lies, because the category E in the then Andhra Pradesh was created, and it was created not by taking shares from many other backward castes. And Mr. P.S. Krishnan, who was a renowned anthropologist who played a very important role in the Mandal Commission report, he said these are the caste among the Muslims which will get the reservation, and these are the castes which will not get reservation. Based on that, reservation has been given. And the hypocrisy of BJP is that they are in alliance with Chandrababu Naidu.
Yes. Chandrababu Naidu has promised to restore.
How can that be? How can that be? How can there be a contradiction between Modi and Chandrababu Naidu? So people of Andhra Pradesh have realized that it is Jagan Mohan Reddy who will stand with reservation, who will stand with protecting the constitution, whereas BJP, just to create divisions within the society, is doing it. And this Prime Minister says, oh, throughout the world Muslims are changed, only in India we are talking about Hindu-Muslim. For 10 years the Prime Minister is talking about Muslim, 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 Muslim. What has the Prime Minister done for the upliftment of Muslims?
It's a direct attack to the Congress largely about minority appeasement. So you're a minority face as such.
So no, I don't want to talk about Congress party. Now please tell me he even goes to the extent of saying that, oh, now in cricket team we'll have Muslim players reservation. What is this? This is not, to call it dog whistle political understatement. Your own state where you come from, that advertisement.
Karnataka on the eggs.
What is that? What is that? What are you trying to tell the world? Let there be a debate on based on empirical evidence that who are the poorest in this country. The intergenerational mobility among the Muslims is the lowest among all Dalits, Adivasis, upper caste Hindus, OBCs Hindus. We are the lowest. So that is why BJP has nothing to show. So this is the frustration of BJP.
The final word, the BJP candidate Madhvi Lata, I'm going to evoke her yet again what she said. I'm here to restore peace and harmony between Hindus and Muslims.
Yeah. That is why she had to create that scene of hitting an arrow at a masjid. That is how they want to do it.
She says it was misconstrued. That it was falsely.
Well, you can say whatever you want. You know, maybe she's having some problem with her eyesight. But the people at large have seen what BJP's vision is. That arrow was not aimed, that imaginary arrow was not aimed at a masjid. It was aimed at the peace of Hyderabad, peace of Telangana, which is a landlocked area. And for a landlocked area, peace is very, very important for us, so that Telangana progresses. You have Amazon, Facebook, MNCs. Hyderabad is a favorable destination, because of connectivity, infrastructure, language. There's not a language problem. Food is not an issue over here. So that is what the intention of BJP is, and that is why people have condemned it.
You're in alliance with the BRS?
No, we are not in alliance with any political party.
No support to the BRS?
No. We have given a message that in Hyderabad, Patang should win, and in the remaining 16, BJP should be defeated.
Do you see a competition with the Congress candidate?
Of course, anyone who's my contestant is a competitor. I cannot pick and choose my competitors.
Do you think Congress's 6 guarantees will work for Lok Sabha swing? Will they retain that momentum?
Well. See, this is a recent thing, but the guaranteed work which Imam is doing from last many years carries more weightage, carries more credibility.
Asaduddin Owaisi, thank you very much for stopping off in the campaign trail there, where he speaks extensively about reservation, promising upliftment for the community. With camera person Prashant, Nabila for India Today, Hyderabad.